Muhammad fluid in his cup.
That's that good bullet bourbon. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it over here.
If it was snowing outside, I would go outside. But ass, this joint got my blood pressure on high tempo.
Hey, that is that good Kentucky rye bourbon. You know what I'm saying?
And it's uncut. It's just got a little bit of even the ice got stayed.
The ice died. Look, this right here could stop racism in America.
Can it stop Donald Trump from running?
I would hope so. Maybe we need to deal with some of this. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody stop itself, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's a whole nother thing.
Stop itself,
That's a
man.
whole nother thing.
People say, fuck with them no more.
They still will vote for him. But look, man, we got a legendary crowd mover, DJ, sound technician, audio. I'm trying to come up with some
Man,
new
top
jobs.
5, dead or alive,
Yeah.
crowd mover in the city,
Whole time.
period.
Whole time.
All the time.
Whole
nigga.
time.
We talking about bands, DJs, rappers and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? You done paid your way up, good.
I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. I reached out to Crank and said, Crank, man. I knew he had, y'all had a relationship. I said, hey, ask Rico, can he, you know what I'm saying, come through. You know what I'm saying? We need that interview right there.
Because I did a DJ 12-hour and a 24-hour situation. And Crank was one of the first 5 DJs that I got for both situations, both times.
That's crazy.
And when I say, I ain't got nothing love for this dude. And when I say he came on the show and just had on sunglasses and was rocking. But that's the thing I like. I like to show a lot of love to a lot of DJs, especially for the ones that show love to me and just show love for what they do.
Definitely.
And this the DJ thing. It's an artistry. It's a craft. It's a business. But the thing is, with a lot of DJs missing about it is, it's a form of your art, of what you listen to.
Definitely.
So I mean, it's a way to get lost in it. And to lose the respect for it, but for the ones that keep the respect for it, I ain't got nothing but respect for it.
I like that, man. And Crank is our resident DJs, and he has, I don't know if he told you, but he just has he came up in music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of them guys that just, he had the Pops who was a DJ, so he immersed him in that culture and what it means to have a variety of interest when it comes to genres. You know what I'm saying? You can sit down with this young guy and have a topic about any genre, and he can stay with you. You ain't gonna lose him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the important thing. You gotta know it all.
Indeed.
If you don't know who Liberace is, watch the movie.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know anything about Ray Charles, watch the movie.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Ella Fitzgerald is, watch the movie.
Definitely.
Nina Simone, watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? If you have no idea, no clue about anything about Quincy Jones, watch out. Oh my God, did he bring that in?
Yes, he did.
Man.
Yes, he did. It's my motherfucking birthday.
I mean, but there's so many different elements of music that I love. Like, I can go and listen to some jazz and not get lost. I can listen to Fat Bones and be happy. I can listen to David Brucker and be happy. I can do all that. Give me some Mary Rivers and I'm happy. Phyllis Leonard scream all day long, and I'm with it.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I got, when I say I got a lot of DJs that drive down that lane and just go through music and embrace every branch that it is. You got to. In this game, you got to. Don't get stuck on, baby, what you got on
Right. You gotta mix it up. I haven't been listening to no up-to-date music, so
I got my
sometimes you gotta go back. Sometimes you gotta take it back. I'm listening to like Temptations. I've been listening to like the OJs now. Like I just be chilling, like all that. I'm just tired of music right now. It's not the same right now. Sometimes you gotta go back to the essence. Yeah, I need that passion, savage. I need the Sade and all that. Like I've been listening to some. I've been going back. Man. This what I want. I want to go back with DJ Rico because I know you go back to the era when You had to carry 1,000 crates. But before we get to that, I want to talk about how. I was like, man, he looked for me. I just know him from somewhere. I can know him, bro. That's because Curtis, the co-host, you know.
Curtis,
we call it CP time.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, appreciate that. Let's go back to the beginning with how you got started in DJing.
My mom, my aunts, my uncles, my grandmother, they all used to have events, parties. Being in high school, I always had a love and a drop of a dime for whatever the music was. And doing it that way started with them. And then me being at one high school at Oxon Hill, DJ Flex being super. You know what I'm saying? The man was trying to jump on the boat. So, all Twitter, so, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, hold on, dog, you can't come on this boat like that. Like, hold on, dog, you can't come on this field like that.
It's been like that, it's like that.
It's been like that. But man, what a lot of folks don't know is me and Flex grew to be best friends. And when I say that's my brother, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Like, you got that person that you would smack a Bama for, clip a Bama for, hit a Bama in the head with a bottle for, a Bama that you would sit up put in a suitcase, a Bama that you would sit up put on a dolly, tie him up by his feet and hang him over the window. Yeah. That's what I do for DJ Flex.
That's
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking his pinkies off his hand and cutting them joints, and I'm gonna let him dangle at a discount bar down in East Oak. Because he can get such a DJ Flex, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother. And it's like when he was on 1580, he pulled me on 1580, said, yes, you gonna come to the DJ on 1580. What? Yeah. And then, it was straight go-go, yeah. And then when he doing that, he brought the program director down to the Oak Tree.
Okay.
Where I was DJing there, but a lot of people think I started at the Oak Tree, and I didn't. I started at the Penthouse.
I don't want to have people like, try to guesstimate, but like, what year was this? Can you give me roughly?
Yeah, I can give you the actual. I started at the Penthouse at 1988, when I graduated.
I've seen you I started because I was 16 in the Penthouse.
Yeah, I started at the Penthouse. I actually started at the Penthouse 1988 in November of 1988.
Wow.
And that's when I don't like to say step, that's when my dad stopped DJing, at the club, because he was working part-time for Metro, and he was doing the Penthouse. He was like, yo, man, I'm tired of doing it. You gonna do it? I'm like, yeah! What stuff? What can I do? Shit. So he was like, all right, come on. And then he called the owner. And it was like, my son is gonna come in and I'm just gonna, push him in. And then, he's gonna take over. He's like, all right, whatever you want. I got in there, man, got the plan, and just stayed. And I was at the Penthouse for I was at the Penthouse for 3 years. Okay. And then I left the Penthouse, and then that's when I got to the Oak Tree, and at the Oak Tree, Flex, I'll say, that was 1991. Flex brought the program director up to the Oak Tree, and I had no idea he was coming in. And it went from there. Wow. I did 19 years with you. I did 19 years. Yeah, man.
It was, you know what I'm saying? It was Tigger and you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, it's your man DJ 30 Rico. Like, man, it was the days, you know what I'm saying? You had 93.9 at the last squad, so you had to, that's when niggas used to record tapes. You go back and forth, you'd be like, they talking too much on 95. Let's switch to 95.5. They doing that his time again. about you. It's a man. Who is this nigga?
Question though, and Flex being your brother, I don't know if y'all told about this, but Flex being your brother, how do you feel about like him and Drake going back and forth? How do you feel about that?
You talking about
DJ
Flex down here?
Oh, that DJ.
Oh, you talking about Let me say this, man. I'm like this. What's crazy is the way you got cats in hip hop is funny. They can beef with each other one day and 18 hours later be in the studio and do a record together, and that shit ended up being platinum.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got, I mean, that's like T.I. and Luda beef.
Yeah, real.
And nobody knew why beef. And then these niggas in the studio, they on the same track and the crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you got so many folks that will sit up and think about the bigger part of the business.
Right.
And when you think about the bigger part of the business, you can separate the business from the bullshit.
Right.
When you learn how to separate the business from the bullshit, you got bigger shit in front of you, Joe, that's like means more to you. Like, damn, I got a Grammy for this shit. And man, this dude was beating the month before,
Right.
but I can
Push that shit on right.
this single went platinum. Nigga. Anyway, you know what? Call you now. But it's like a lot of folks, man, it's like, and this goes for any independent artist that can be listening. Stop your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You are an independent artist. You have not made the cut yet. You are trying to get where that artist that you're trying to sit up and mimic and trying to repeat after. Don't be a repeat offender.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be a repeat offender. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm me all day. Cut me, I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. But can't nobody beat me into somebody that I'm not.
Right.
You know?
Now here's what I want to talk about, because you know, like I mentioned before, you go back to the days of the crates.
Mm.
Everybody now they got the CDJs,
Yeah.
they put everything on a hard drive, they can get in, out, boom,
Right.
bang, boom. You go back to them days, you had to have literally a squad of dudes
Mm-hmm.
that just basically carried your music in and out of the venues
Mhm.
with you.
I love it.
How was it, or how hard was it to compile or stay up to date with the new records when you had to go out and either buy or custom joints and have every record that you need?
Well, the thing is, the difference, I went and bought a few,
Okay.
but being at PGC, like being on radio, you get involved with so many of the labels, so many of the labels want to sing you this, want to sing you that, whether it's a test press,
Yeah.
whether it's a pre-label joint, or whether it's, you know, just one of the singles, not just the single and the instrumental, but the single, the instrumental, acapella, the beat drama. Yeah. So, but it's like, they would make sure that you was straight, you was covered, especially Def Jam.
Yeah.
Def Jam would flood us up with so much. I got so many damn copies of DMX's every damn thing. Still, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's something that I miss. And the thing is, right now, I play on the CDJs, I don't play on the vinyl, but I would love to play on the vinyl all the time. But a lot of the clubs that you're in right now, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The boots, you got to climb up in some of the boots, 27 steps, aka the legend. You know what I'm saying?
That DJ booth was in the command. That joint was like a cockpit in an airplane.
Right.
Like real live.
You had the best view.
Yeah, you were the best view. However, you was a tired motherfucker by the time it's like you played. But I mean, but it's like I missed the vibe, and if I had that opportunity to bring all of my crates back, when I get home, I'm gonna send Crank a picture of my crates that I had at home. I got an orange and a black Anvil case that fits $250 each.
Wow.
when I say a trunk, it's a trunk. 2 different trunks, an orange one and a black. I got 12 separate cases, some that held 50, some that held 80, and some that held 110. The thing about that joints is, and my 3 brothers, I love them. Douglas, my man Coney, and a friend of ours named Brandon. He passed away a couple years ago. And when I say them boys got their work out there, they ain't eat no goals for the shit. They ain't eat no Planet Fitness. Their place was crucial. And on top of the place, then we had the 12s. You know what I'm saying? We had the 7 cases for the 12s in there.
That's when when you try and do that shit, I'm like, man, hurry the fuck up, shit.
Yeah.
I don't even remember you even packing up. I ain't grabbing you to speak.
Yeah. So I would love to have the original vinyl.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, for me, a lot of DJs that's coming up right now don't have respect. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it feel like to touch these. They don't know what it feel like to touch no records.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They see them, but they don't know what it feel
I
like.
think that will make you want to be a DJ. Like if you seen
but
that.
a lot of DJs, I fuck with all the DJs, but a lot of DJs when they see vinyl, they get. I don't know if they get scared, but they just ain't fucking with it.
It's not comfortable.
It's different. It's talk. It involves a whole. It takes concentration. You know what I'm saying? With vinyl and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be on the mic. A lot of DJs doing the microphone just rapping. You know what I'm saying? They get you stand back there doing it.
But see, here's one thing that Clark got. He got the cheap dot. I love the cheap dot.
Yeah, you gotta
have the cheap dot. I don't care who you are. The cheap dot is there. The cheap dot is bar.
Every vinyl record got a dot.
Yeah.
So which that's how you put it back in, I guess?
That's when you cue the record out.
That's what your point. That's your point.
Start at, you know what I'm saying?
That's your point.
And on the actual vinyl, I write on the jump 8-bar intro.
There you go. There you go.
Let me ask you a question. When you out of town, do you mix go-go in?
Man,
That's true.
let me give you something. Born and raised in D.C. I don't give a goddamn where I go. Let me tell you. I was in Cancun, and I played Backyard's version of Hello. And I'm DJing on the beach. Man, please. That joint was crazy. Yeah. And it was, and it's like going wherever I go, I always say, I'm from DC, y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all a taste of what my music is about. Just going to, I can do 30, 45, maybe even an hour set of go-go music wherever I go. Because I make sure the thing is, yo, I'm gonna crank this hip hop, the regular for you, I'm gonna give you the R&B shit. Note to self, I'm going to play some go-go. No, we need to. Good, because the fuck is good. You know what I'm saying? You're on the side of the contract, I got my money. Thank you to my manager, Larry Ball. The money's in the hand before I get my ass on the plane. So, you know, even with me being on the road with Raheem Vaughn, and I love that dude for what he does, because when we go out on the road, he inputs go-go into our set. And it's like, crucial. You know what I'm saying? For an R&B artist to crank go-go on the set, I mean, man, and it's like, you can't do no but respect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a form of music. Hate it if you want to, but fuck you.
Quick break. This is what I want to do.
All right.
I'm going to take a quick break. We'll come back. I want to talk to you about that. I want to talk to you about the DC music scene, your experience with different artists over the course of the years, and how it's progressed through your eyes. Okay?
Can I say this before we take a break?
Yeah.
For artists that's in DC that can hear us, and go bands that's in DC, take your punk ass to church, get that hate out your system.
Well, that's one to grow. That's one to grow on. Look, we'll be right back with DJ Rico. It's OG Radio. Okay? Can I get go ahead? I love this song. Won't you hear this song? I said you got it. This nigga told me that I learned. I said, yeah, go ahead. You got it. You know, this
my little cousin.
Okay.
But he's way advanced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm his understudy.
Okay, you
Okay.
don't want to see my man do it. You know what I'm saying? But we be bullshit. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's not a bad thing.
I mean, we gonna see. Here's my thing. I started out as a rapper,
Right.
and when I used to be in the studio, my engineer would be like, "I'm gonna show you how to do this," and he'd be like, "I'm gonna show you how to do that." I'm like, I don't want to do that shit. I'm the rapper. I should have listened.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should.
So now, because I started out like music with me.
This nigga so musically inclined, like the shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as a DJ, you hear shit that a lot of motherfuckers don't hear.
Right.
You hear the same shit.
I started out playing the violin, and then the trumpet, then the trombone, and then I transitioned into rap.
Hey, so wait a minute. See, but what a lot of people don't understand is he just said two of the most sexual instruments that women have: a violin and then the trombone.
Like, it was a lot of bands in DC, like, in school you would go to, like, a lot of them couldn't read music. JB, you can't
You can't play, you can't do nothing.
if you can't read music.
Yeah.
So I learned to hear music differently, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew how to read shapes and everything, you know? But we gonna talk about that and some other things when we come back. Look, we'll be right back with DJ Rico. Y'all know the rules.
Light up.
Pull up, get organic, y'all. We'll be right back.
Tangerine.
Tangents on my motherfucking shit. Like, how about